What's going on, guys? This is Tyro here, and today I'm going to talk about what if Izuku had Apollo Burst. This is a remake of a previous video I made. I just didn't like it when I watched it, and I thought it was just stupid and uninteresting. So I wanted to try and remake it more interesting, more fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah. Crooks can appear at any moment. For Izuku, this moment was the worst moment in his life. He was just tucked into bed after his father left for the States as a business trip. His mom hasn't been getting sleep in the last 5 days. He's noticed that more and more as her movements became more slob-like. She didn't take her husband leaving all too well. All she can do was worry of what he was doing. Maybe he's cheating on her, maybe he's not, maybe he's dead, maybe he's alive. She didn't tell, and she couldn't tell. She would always want to call him, but he never had the time to stay on call. Izuku could only let his mind go. He could have a glorious dream of becoming the #1 hero, or a nightmare where he became the #1 villain. Either way, his mind went on and on, until his quirk activated. He shot up into the ceiling and went back down. When he did that, his bed caught on fire. He would run back into the wall. What's going on? He would think to himself, as he thinks he has a quirk now. He would think it's cool, but not cool at the same time, as his mother would burst into the door. Izuku Midori, oh! And she would realize there's fire on the bed. I don't know what's going on, as his quirk would activate again, going back into the ceiling, knocking him out. He would lay on the ground as his quirk would somehow activate one more time, shooting him past his mother, almost out of the window, but she caught him in the right moment. She didn't take control of the flames yet, so the carpet went on fire. Then the living room, then the kitchen, the entire apartment was going on fire faster and faster. Izuku's, due to the lack of oxygen, woke up again, gasping for air, as his mom tried helping with the fire situation, but also simultaneously making sure Izuku was safe. Izuku would try and help, but every single time he got closer to his mother, his quirk would act up again. He would shoot into the air, hitting a wall, the ceiling, would keep flying. He couldn't get close to his mom. For some reason, his body would react before he could think. What is going on? Stop it, stupid legs! As he would try and get close to his mom again, but this time he would shoot up, and one of the flames from Izuku's feet would catch Inka's clothing, as she would be caught on fire. No, Mom, I can help! As his quirk would activate again, this time shooting him out the window. A hero would catch him, as Izuku can hear the sirens of firefighters and police officers. He would think his mom would be safe. After all, there's no way police officers and heroes would be able to save one person on fire. Until Izuku got a good step back. Because of him, the entire complex was on fire. Green flames would run rapid. There's no way that they would ever get to his mom. She lived on the top floor after all. As he would have to watch as the police officers would run people out and in, out and in. People getting saved, people sadly dying because of him. The hero would stand next to him. Do you know how this happened, kid? As Izuku would recognize the hero, almost like it was an old friend. You're Eraserhead, right? You're the Eraser hero. As Eraserhead would correct him again. I asked you a question, please answer it. Yeah, right, as Izuku would then remember, almost like it was a memory, although he wanted to block it. My quirk activated, sir. I don't know why, but each time I got close to my mom, but it then turned on and acted weird. I kept on flying at the ceiling, the wall, the floor. I think my mom's in trouble. I accidentally caught her on fire. As Eraser would then turn off Izuku's quirk. Alright, your quirk is now turned off, but as long as I can look at you, this is gonna be a pain in my ass. As then he would tell everybody it's safe to go in. The fire should be more controlled, as the flames would then begin to settle. After a while, the firefighters were able to take control of the situation, and everybody that they could save was saved. Izuku would wonder what happened to his mother, as the firefighter had to report. In the name of Company 8, there were 22 fatalities. Luckily, only 6 were wounded, everybody else was safe. And Izuku would go up. And my mom? I'm sorry, but your mom died in the fire. Assuming that she has green hair like you, and the only green-haired woman that was in that building was on the top floor. Tell me, what floor did you live on? As Izuku would then start tearing up, but smiling. I lived on the top floor, and my mom has green hair. He would then grin rapidly. There's no way I killed her, right? No, that's impossible. It had to be something else, a villain. As he would try blaming anything else but him. Eraserhead would walk up and kneel down. Don't worry, you're not a villain now. You didn't do anything wrong, technically. Your quirk just activated. That's it. As Izuku would then start tearing up, but his grin kept on getting more creepier, narrow, lighter. He was more devilish. There's no way I did it. There's no way I killed her. That's impossible. My mom wouldn't die. That's a lie. You're lying. Izuku would begin to have tears flooding down like waterfalls. The next day, the UA had to take him in. His father disowned him, and any of his family members also did the same thing, calling him the child with the devilish grin. Word spread around quickly as well. People believe Izuku did it on purpose, since his grin was enough of evidence. But luckily, Izuku was given an excuse. Well, that's what most people think anyway. See, because of his mother's death, his brain couldn't handle it, so he developed a tic. Every single time Izuku gets nervous, he would grin. Therefore, the Devil's Grin and the Devil's Footprint was now Izuku's nicknames. Izuku would then learn about his quirk, but not before he got adopted by none other than Mizuki Bakugo. Her and Inko were friends, so it was only the right thing she believed that she could do for Izuku. She took Izuku to the doctor and they automatically already designed boots for Izuku, so they'll cancel out his quirk. They explained his quirk right away. It appears that his quirk allows him to take the oxygen from his blood, specifically from the soles of his feet, and create flames. These flames act like jet engines. They can shoot him up. He can even control him thanks to his mother's quirk. Although not that much, apparently. We have designed special boots for him, but we do recommend he only wears sandals from now on. These boots will cancel his quirk, so he can walk normally, but they're extremely heavy. But like I said, sandals can just do the trick, as long as he can get a hold of his own quirk. Until he learns how to do that, yes, these boots are recommended. Also, it's also recommended that he wears shorts. But don't worry, we have fighter fire pants around his size, just in case, he decides that he can control his own quirk again. After that, Izuku's name was then changed from Izuku Midori to Izuku Bakugo. As the years go by, so does Izuku's memories of that night. He can't remember a lot anymore, especially now that he's 15. He can remember little bits and pieces. He would walk by a street corner as a few kids would put an L sign over their heads. Hello, Devil's Footprint, as they would walk by. Would walk to his house. and be greeted by Mizuki Bakugo. Hey, it's my little favorite green-haired boy. Izuku would smile. Hey, Mom. As he would begin to walk again, Bakugotsuki would then greet him. Hey, do you want to go outside and maybe breakdance a little? I heard there's a street corner battle soon. We should enter. As Izuku and Bakugo already established that they're both good at breakdancing. Especially Izuku, he was way better than Bakugo. Although Bakugo's explosions let him do some very cool mid-air moves, Izuku's Apollo Burst lets him gives him better momentum. He was very famous for his windmill kicks in his school. Not today, I'm feeling a bit tired. Also, I used my Apollo Burst to run here, so I kinda need to breathe. Oh. Hey, do you want to apply to UA today? We kinda have to do it before the weekend ends, though. So it's either today or tomorrow. Izuku would then think, I guess we can get it done and over with today. They would walk. They had to go to the UA school itself and apply. There was a big line. Multiple people with multiple looking quirks. Katsuki would then scoff. They should already just move. We're obviously the best out of all of them. Izuku would nudge Bakugo. We don't want to be rude, though. As Bakugo would then yell, Psst, whatever, we all both know that we're the strongest here. As the entire line went behind and in front, towards the loud boy. Bakugo, you know I don't like being in crowds. Izuku's legs begin to shake. It's okay, you're safe here, remember? You're safe with me, especially my mom. If anything happened to us, my mom would definitely kick their asses. You hear that, bastard? There's one guy with a growing quirk would go up to them. So, you think you're the best, huh? What, you just came out of middle school and so now you think you're stronger than all of us? He would look at Izuku. He looked like the weaker out of the two. Looked like he can pick on him most. Sparko would go in front of him. Hey, why are you looking at him, huh? He's not the one who said he was stronger than anybody. It was me. If you want to pick a fight, then you gotta do it with me first. Izuku would press Bakugo aside. I can fight my own battles, Katsuki. Thank you, though. Izuku give a thumbs up. That's the guy with the growing quirk, but then just frowned and raised an eyebrow. You're just going to ignore me like that? I should grow up to 2 to 3 meters. You know what? I think I'll deal with you now. Besides, to be one less competition. As he would then throw a fist, Izuku would dodge it and throw a giant upper roundhouse kick to the guy's temple. Apollo Burst! As the guy would then begin to go unconscious. Hey, don't go unconscious on me now. You still have to enter, don't you? Izuku would snap his fingers. The guy would suddenly spring back. What the? Izuku would then stay. You were in the back of the line. As the guy would then walk back. Where am I? Bucky would think Izuku's cool. As then they didn't realize that they were just at the front steps when they were just at the entrance. When did that happen? Izuku just decides not to question it anymore. Izuku would walk up the stairs and they would apply. Izuku would explain his quirk. My quirk, it's Apollo Burst. I take the oxygen from my blood and it helps me create flames, but they act more like jets, I guess. Izuku would then walk. He has to think of a hero costume. He already thought of it a while ago. A firefighter costume. He thought the irony of it was kind of funny. He put a number 8, as 8 symbolized good luck. He explained his quirk, so the costume was modified to fit it way better than what he originally thought of. 10 months until the exams, Bakugo would state. Izuku would try and think of a good fighting set fighting style. The Bakugo suggested for Izuku, "You're so good at kicks, and your main thing is windmills and breakdancing, right? Just do breakdancing moves as a fighting style." As Izuku's eyes would widen. Why didn't he think of that before? It seemed so obvious. Yet, he couldn't just think of that. He would then train for his breakdancing. Every day he would breakdance on the corner near a beach, as he would realize that a scrawny guy and a more muscular guy was cleaning up the beach day by day. They must be his trainer, as he would still dance on the beach just to distract some people who were walking by. While dancing, he would, day by day, learn more about his fighting style, simultaneously entertaining people while training himself. 10 months went by as a flash. Sometimes Izuku and Bakugo would spar, but just to test their strength. They both thought of moves that they were both modeled after each other. When they went to the entrance exam, they had to go to the auditorium first, so one of the teachers would explain the rules. Like in canon, President Mike explains, and Ida would then call President Mike on leaving out on the robot. But this time, Ida would not call out Izuku, as Izuku stayed quiet the entire time. Same with Bakugo. Izuku was assigned to ground beta, so this would break up the students and monitoring a bit. It would be easier to monitor 4 different stages than just one giant one. President Mike would then yell, "There's no countdown in a real battle," and Izuku would use his Apollo burst to fly over the crowd and get the first 2 points. From the first 5 minutes, Izuku was racking up. He already had 100. He just needed a bit more, and he was certain to be in first place. He would even save some people from robots if they couldn't handle it. But he kept on depleting his oxygen too much. He almost passed out one time, as he would remind himself. "Remember, don't overdo it. If I pass out, then it's over for me. Sometimes you just gotta run or walk. Just keep moving, Izuku. But breathe. Remember to breathe, right? That's an essential." As Izuku began to panic. "What's breathing again? Wait, where am I?" As he would have to collect his thoughts. Alright, I'm just overdoing it. Over panicking, calm down. Izuku began to walk, run, jog, use his quirk, rinse and repeat. As a giant robot would appear from the ground as a white rabbit. I was gonna say rabbit. Fucking white mouse would then press the red button. Let's see if these students can handle a 0-pointer. Izuku would look at it. It stood very tall. He guessed around 100 meters, but it clearly wasn't that big. He said a good 50, maybe even 30 meters tall. But once things stood clear, he couldn't face it. He was running out of oxygen. He could barely even breathe. If he used his Apollo bursts, he would have been knocked out almost automatically. And there's no way he could run up the wall, since he would have to constantly use a small burst, and by the time he got to the head, he'd be knocked out. He couldn't do it straight or run up the wall. All he can do is try and run away. When he realized something, a girl was yelling help. He looked back and he saw the girl had brown hair, light skin, and she had rose cheeks with her training outfit. She was stuck under some debris. She couldn't move, and nobody was gonna help her. Izuku remembered, one part about being a hero is about saving people, right? Izuku would then try and activate his quirk. Right. First, I should go all out to make sure I at least get sent up there. But at too much, the point where I can't breathe and or pass out. as Izuku would then activate his Apollo Burst, jump, and be flown up to near the head of the robot, as he would land a spinning back kick. The robot at first didn't seem like it did no damage, as Izuku would remember. Oh yeah, robot's in short circuit, right? I just have to make sure the robot is heated up. As he would get on top of the robot's head and use his Apollo Burst. Wait a minute, how am I going to use this without getting sent up? As he would then go into all fours, except for his feet are still planted on the ground, and grab a piece of the robot. Alright, now, as he would increase the heat of the robot, increase to the point where some of the robot was actually starting to show some red. Izuku was very hard to breathe for him. It's getting harder and harder to breathe. I'm losing more and more oxygen. I should take a nap. As Izuku was about to pass out, the robot heated up and was falling backwards. Izuku used his quirk one more time as an Apollo Burst, descending and flying so he wouldn't crash with the robot. But now he passed out, believing he was going to die. He woke up when he got smacked in the face 2 inches away from the ground. As he realized the rose-cheeked, brown-haired girl saved him. She released him from his floating stasis, and he would thank her. She would reply, "No, thank you. You're the one that tried saving me after all." Izuku was taken on a stretcher, and all he needed to do was really just breathe, make sure he got enough oxygen in his blood for him to keep going on. After that, it took a good week before Izuku and Bakugo got their reports back. All Might would greet them. Izuku got Bakugo. Congratulations, you passed. You got, 120 of villain points and 100 hero points for not only saving someone, but thinking of a way around the situation when the first plan didn't seem to go as planned. Congratulations, you got 2nd place. As then, Bakugo's Katsuki Bakugo. It seems that you and Izuku got the top 3. As Izuku got 2nd place, you got 1st place with 130 attack points. 130 villain points and surprisingly 90 hero points. Congratulations, you passed. Izuku would wonder how Bakugo got 1st place if they basically got the same amount of points. His Bakugo would then state, "I'm just that great, Izuku's devil foot." Izuku would then frown. "Yeah, it's not as fun when you say it." Izuku became more tired. "I should go to bed." He goes to his room and lays on his bed. As Bakugo would then burst in the door. "Mom's pissed." Izuku would ask why, and Bakugo would state, "We forgot to tell her that we passed, didn't we? She found the emails, so she's really fucking pissed." As she would burst through Izuku's door. "So you mean to tell me you weren't gonna tell me at all? Huh?" And she would grab Izuku in the collar. "Listen to me, boy. You can't just hide something this great from me." As Bakugo's dad would then show up. "Mizuki, please calm down. He needs to have his rest. He just had a good day's work." As Mizuki would drop Izuku. "You get some rest now, boy. And next time something great happens, tell me. I like hearing things that are great." And she would then look at Bakugo. "You too!" As then she would slam the door. Bakugo would wish Izuku good night, as he would then go to his own room. Izuku would then fall back to sleep. I really did something great today, I guess. And that is where I'm ending off part 1. I hope you enjoy.
I'm very tired right now. It is midnight. It took too long to make this, and I kind of had to rush it because I have stuff to do normally on Monday. Cause I try to upload these on Sunday, but I have something to do on Sunday. You know, I have plans. I'm a fucking teenager. What the fuck you expect? Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Honestly, I had fun. I wanted to remake this. I wanted to, especially since I just finished rewatching Fire Force. I am planning on making some more bizarre, different things. Like, what if Naruto was Baki's reincarnation? I actually am excited to make that one. I'm actually writing it now. What if Naruto's Baki's? It was either what if Naruto's Baki's reincarnation or Mikey's. Either way, it'd be super cool as they're both taijutsu based. I love talking about taijutsu. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Honestly, yeah. And I guess for me, good night. But whenever you're reading or listening or watching this, you're probably listening to it. I hope you have a nice day, night, or whatever. I don't know. This ending's taking too long. Bye.